Welcome to Car Talks with Nathan. Johnny, you gotta change that intro, dude. I don't like it. We need something more hype, you know? Like, yeah, you gotta get the crowd hype, dude. But today, we are in a very special car. This is actually brand new. I just got this car 3 days ago. This is a Shelby GT500. Show the badge. This car is freaking awesome. I've always wanted a GT500. I currently have a GT350R, so it's basically like this car, but without the supercharger, and it's a manual transmission. But the thing is, sometimes I have to make long trips, and sometimes I don't feel like driving manual all the time. So this is not a manual. It's much more comfortable. We also have the comfort seats, which are great. It's got the AC in the seats, which is crazy, dude. Oh, so nice. This is Car Talks with Nathan. If you guys haven't seen this show, basically Johnny, our co-host, he's gonna ask me some questions. It could be about YouTube, it could be about business, it could be about success, it could be about mindset. I don't know what the questions are. I haven't prepped answers for them. So I'm just gonna speak right off my mind, right off my heart, and drive a cool car while we do it. Let's go and track. Okay, here, look at the dash. So check this out, you ready? You see it? Yeah, look at that, you see it? Dude, it goes into like full track mode. This is the best car you can get under 100K. Like, no doubt. Mustangs also run deep for me too. Mustang was my first ever car. It was a 2010 Mustang GT. I bought that car with some of my first checks from YouTube. That was like 10 years ago. I love Mustangs. I've always been a big Ford guy. They're just a part of like my childhood and stuff too. I've always liked them. I love the way they look. I love the way they sound. I love the performance on them. Like, that exhaust note, bro. This is stock too. Like, bro, I ain't even gonna give you nothing yet. All right, what's your first question, Johnny?
Okay, here we go.
I'm sorry. I'm just excited because this is a new car. I literally got this car 3 days ago. This is like my 4th time driving it, maybe my 3rd.
So these questions are from our Blueprint School community. Do you want to talk about the Blueprint School community real quick?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, basically we're just trying to build a really good community full of creators that people can learn off, because one of the biggest things that I learned from YouTube is that surrounding yourself with the right people, with the right creators, I mean, you can get tremendous growth from that. I mean, think about it. 3 creators working together, 3 brains is way more powerful than one. Bro, it's quick, right?
Oh, she's a beauty.
Bro.
Oh my God.
That's crazy, bro. That's faster than the SVJ. I swear.
No way.
Johnny hasn't been in the SVJ yet, but dude, that just hits so hard, dude. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna put it back in normal mode so we can actually have a conversation. And then look, it goes all quiet.
These questions are from the Blueprint School community. We love you guys. If you guys want to join, we will put the link in the description. And go ahead, check it out and see what it's like. So first question comes from a community member named Dan Johnson. What are some differences between a channel with 1 million subscribers versus one with 10 million subscribers?
Yeah, that's a good question. There's a lot of differences between 1 million versus 10 million subscribers. I think one of the obvious ones is, I think the channel with 10 million subscribers is a little more established. Their content is probably a little better. Their video ideas are probably a little better. Everything about the channel is just better, right? I remember when I hit 1 million subscribers, to be honest, my content was not that good. Compared to how good my videos are today, with me having 18 million subscribers, like when I look back at my content that I was posting when I had 1 million subs, I was like, dang, this is, I mean, it wasn't like terrible, but it was like, I think our content today is probably 20 times better, easily, maybe 30 times better. That's the first thing, is I think a huge jump in content quality. I think the other thing that you start to realize is the difference between quality and quantity, because obviously that's a huge debate. And you want to start scaling more quantity without hurting the quality. And usually when you go from 1 million to 10 million subscribers, you start making a good amount of money. You know, I was making a couple $100,000 every month. So then I put myself in opportunities where I could start hiring more people. I could hire editors, I could hire managers, I could hire people to help set up videos for me. And once I started doing that, obviously I could put out more quantity of videos without it affecting the quality. I think that's a huge difference between having 1 million and 10 million subscribers, because when you're at 1 million subscribers, I mean, you're still making a good amount of money, but you don't really have enough money to hire a team of like 5 or 6 people. You might have money to hire like 1 or 2 people, but those people are probably your editors, realistically, because editing takes a huge chunk. And then if you hire an editor, think about all the time that you could be editing a video. Now you could film a second video in the time of you editing. So it's all about how can you post more videos without it hurting the quality of the videos, but at the same time, how can you also still improve the quality of videos? YouTube is just a big game of balance between quantity and quality, and you always want to have more videos on your channel, but at the same time, you don't want to hurt the quality. I mean, think about Mr. Beast, for example. I guarantee you, if Mr. Beast could post videos every single day, but it wouldn't affect the quality of the video, I think he would do it in a heartbeat. I think he would invest millions and millions of dollars into that, but it's just not possible because of how big his videos are. So therefore, it kind of would hurt the quality of the video to go up in quantity. But that's a big difference I see between having 1 million and 10 million subscribers. There's a lot of other small things. I think the other thing is focus. When you have around 1 million subscribers, to be honest, that's great. Having 1 million subscribers is great. But when I hit 1 million subscribers, I wasn't very focused, to be honest. I wanted to try so many different things. I wanted to like open different channels and do this and try merchandise and try this and try this and try that. And to be honest, I think if I would have just focused on my YouTube channel and nothing else, I think I would have grown twice as fast. Because once you get to 1 million subscribers, you feel like you accomplished something and you want to start accomplishing other things. Like you want to open merchandise and you want to do all these brand deals and you want to do this and that. And all these things were just kind of distracting me. They were great opportunities, but they were just kind of distractions at the end of the day. And I think if I would have just put all of that focus right into the YouTube channel, I would have grown so much faster.
Thanks, Dan, for that question, by the way. Second question. This one comes from Bennett Moore. If you make a brand new YouTube channel, is it better to start with shorts or full-length videos?
Depends on what your goals are, right? Everyone has different goals when it comes to YouTube. If you just want to get a ton of views and you don't really care about making money, then I would probably make shorts. But if you want to make a ton of money on YouTube, I would probably make long form content. But on the flip side, if you want to build a brand, like maybe you want to build a t-shirt company, I would probably focus on shorts and not long form, just because there's a lot of great channels on YouTube that are really big brand building channels that just have a ton of shorts on them and they don't really focus on long form. So it kind of depends on what your goals are with YouTube. I'm assuming that you asked this question because you probably want to make a lot of money on YouTube, because that's what a lot of people want to do. And if that's the case, then I would focus on long form content and I would do shorts as well. I would do a mixture of both. The reason for that is because I personally would not care about views on shorts because it doesn't really build much of an audience. However, I would use shorts as quick feedback to get better. Because if you think about it, you film a short, right? A short is only 60 seconds long, but a YouTube video can be 8, 10, 15 minutes. So it takes 10 times or 15 times the amount of effort to make a YouTube long form video. And then you post that video, right? In that same time that you made that one long form video, you could have made 15 YouTube shorts and put out 15 different YouTube shorts. With YouTube shorts, you can learn a lot quicker. You can get a lot more feedback quicker. You can learn how to edit quicker because you're pumping out more videos, you're testing more things, you're just doing more. That's the way I would look at it. I would take long form content very seriously because that's gonna be your future. And then I would use shorts as learning, like just teaching yourself how to do things and just pumping out a ton of content, seeing what sticks.
If you start a completely new channel from scratch, no ties to previous channels or anything, what is the best way to have it blow up? Following trends or creating a new, fun, and unique style?
Everything, to be honest. Look, growing a YouTube channel is insanely hard. It's not for the weak. I posted 574 videos across 3.5 years, and that's how long it took me to get one video to 1 million views. One video, and those are all long form videos, no shorts. Every single video had thumbnails, editing, I edited every single one. There were some videos on there that took me days to edit. For 3.5 years of my life, not a single video hit 1 million views. YouTube is hard. People forget that. A lot of people look at YouTubers and they're like, ah, this dude just plays video games all day. That's what it looks like. It's way more difficult than that. Just hearing that question makes me think that the person that asked it is probably confused and lost on what to focus on for their YouTube channel. The reality is that you have to focus on everything. You have to focus on your video ideas, you have to focus on your titles, you have to focus on filming, you have to focus on editing, you have to focus on your personality, you have to focus on your scripts, you gotta focus on trends, you gotta focus on all these different ways to think of video ideas, you gotta focus on testing all your different intros and seeing what hooks, you gotta focus on testing all your thumbnails and seeing what gets people click. And on top of that, you have to build out all of these skill sets to get really good at thumbnails and editing and filming. And you have to do that for years and years and years and years. There's no like simple hack. There's no like, oh, if you just focus on trends, then you'll make it on YouTube. It's not like that. I focused on trends for 3.5 years. I got nothing. You just have to keep pushing. You have to keep pushing. You have to make your last video your competition. I always tell people this, make your last video your competition. If you can do that for 5 years straight and post a video every week or every other day, there's no reason your channel will not blow up. But a lot of people hear that and they're like, dang, that's hard. Yeah, YouTube is hard. It's not all glamorous. It's not all like, you gotta realize the people that make YouTube videos, you're competing with people like me. If you come into my category of content, of course. But we're savages. Like, dude, I worked 85 hours last week and I only worked for 5 days. And then the other 2 days, I was working on a bunch of other things for a different project coming up. So that was like another 12 to 14 hours. I'm almost 13 years into YouTube and I'm still pulling 100 hours a week. Do I have to work that hard? No, but I think if I didn't work that hard, I don't think I would be where I am today. If you really want millions and millions of subscribers, like you gotta realize it's insanely hard. You can't just focus on trends and be like, oh yeah, trends is gonna get me to where I wanna go. Like, no, you're gonna have to focus on 82 other things. And then you're gonna realize that all of those 82 things that you focus on are all failures. Then you're gonna have to redo that and do 82 more things and then do it again and again and again and again till you post videos for years. You constantly improve them. And then eventually you get one video to go viral. And you're like, yes, one video. Then you gotta do it again. And then you gotta get your second video. And then your third video. And then your fourth video. I've been on YouTube for 11 years, 12 years, whatever. I've posted over 5,000 videos. You do the math. That's a lot of videos posted every single year. And some of these videos are high freaking quality videos. I got videos on my channel that took 2 weeks to film and 1.5 months to edit. And that's just one video. One video. We're talking about 5,000 of these. Look, at the end of the day, you gotta do everything you can. Like, I really told myself, like when I started my YouTube channel, I was like, it's either this or nothing. There was no plan B. There was no like, oh, I'm gonna go work here if YouTube doesn't work out. Like, no, it was YouTube or nothing, dude. That's all I wanted. That was my only focus. That was my only dream in life. I never thought to myself, if I don't make this work, then I'll just go over here. That thought didn't come to my brain. The only thought that came to my brain is I have to make this channel work. That's my only option. That's the only thing I wanted. I explored so many different career paths. I wanted to be like a pilot. I wanted to be a computer scientist. I explored all these other things and dude, nothing fired me up like YouTube did. It was just, I got so excited making videos. On the flip side of everything that I just talked about YouTube being hard and all those things, you also have to you have to have a true passion for it. You have to have a deep desire to want to create these videos. I remember when I started YouTube, still to this day, I am 12 years into making YouTube videos and there is nights where I can't sleep because I'm so excited to wake up tomorrow and make more videos. I am 12 years into this and I still think like that. At the end of the day, if you want it bad enough, you'll figure out a way to get it at the end of the day. Because I wanted it bad enough and I figured out a way to get it. I figured out a way to make YouTube my life, get billions of views. We've gotten over 20 billion views. And I ain't stopping, dude. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I have so many other projects, goals, dreams I want to accomplish. This is truly just the beginning, which is the crazy thing to think. Like a lot of people think like, oh man, you made it, dude. You got like 40 million subscribers across your channels. I'm like, bro, I'm still in the trenches, bro. I'm still in the trenches right now. I just got started. And that's the mindset you have to have. Even after you made it, you gotta feel like you haven't made it, because if you feel like you make it, you're gonna get comfortable and everything's gonna fall from there. and then you're gonna look back and realize that everything's gone. I've had a lot of friends that have done that. I've had a lot of friends that got comfortable. They made a couple $1 million on YouTube. They got comfortable. They started living life a little bit more, and I doubled down. While they were living life, I doubled down. I worked harder than I ever have, and I've been able to consistently pull 100 million views every month for the past 6 years straight. There's a reason for that. It's just hard work. You just gotta grind. Look, it's not for everyone, right? There's a reason that only 0.01% of channels have over 10 million subscribers, because only 0.01% are willing to work hard enough to get to that point. So the question is, are you gonna be a part of that 0.01%, or are you not?
Dude, that's like the perfect way to end it. We just gotta end it right here, dude.
Gotta end it right there?
Yes.
That's all I got, dude. I mean, you just have to, look, you just have to want it. No one's gonna hand it to you. You gotta go out and get everything yourself in life. There's no handouts, there's no help, there's none of this. I mean, sure, there's great people out there putting out content to help you, and that's one of my missions for this YouTube channel, is to put out great content to help people. Because I remember when I was in my shoes struggling to grow YouTube, man, I was so lost. I just wanted a friend. I wanted someone just to like show me the way. And that's literally why I started this channel. That's why I started Blueprint. That's why I started all the stuff that we post on this channel, is just for someone out there was in my shoes 10 years ago, this content is for them. Have a good day. I'm gonna go rip this GT500. I gotta take this thing to the track, dude.